Hi, good afternoon, everyone. But today we are going to go ahead and we are going to start with chapter 4 of okay. So let us go ahead and let us begin with chapter 4 of Ramesh Singh. Right. What is chapter 4 of Ramesh Singh, beta? Chapter 4 of Ramesh Singh talks about economic planning. Economic planning. Okay. So now, first of all, we want to understand what is economic planning, right? Economic planning is something which we cannot go ahead and cannot study as theory. इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग को समझने के लिए हमें कुछ कंट्रीज के एग्जाम्पल्स लेने पड़ते हैं. वी हैव टू टेक एग्जाम्पल ऑफ सर्टेन कंट्रीज इन ऑर्डर टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग. सो क्यों कैसी प्लानिंग हुई वो समझने के लिए एक कंट्री का क्या हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड रहा था वो समझना बहुत ही ज्यादा जरूरी है. So historical background is very important to understand the meaning, role and evolution of economic planning in a particular country. और ये जो चैप्टर है ये चैप्टर बेसिकली हमें एक बेस देता है ये समझने के लिए कि इंडिया में किस तरीके की इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग हुई और क्यों. What kind of economic planning happened in India and why? In order to understand that, this chapter is very, very useful, beta. Okay. So there are various definitions of economic planning that we have. I'm writing the first definition given by H.D. Dickinson. And it says, economic planning means making major economic decisions. What, how much, and for whom to produce through a central authority based on a full survey of the economy. तो बेसिकली इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग क्या है अकॉर्डिंग टू H.D. Dickinson, that is basically understanding how to go ahead and make the important decisions. So what are the three major things of the macroeconomic? What three major questions we have? What to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, and how much to produce. What, how, and for whom, ये जो तीन main questions है, economic planning according to him tries to go ahead and answer these questions. And how? Through some central authority. कोई एक central authority होगा जो ये तीन main economic questions का answer देगा. Right? So that is what can be called as economic planning. Is it clear, beta? ठीक है. Now let us go on to the next definition. So according to National Planning Committee 1938. Economic planning under democracy is technical coordination of consumption, production, investment, trade, and income distribution, aligned with social goals. It should not only raise living standard, but also consider cultural, spiritual, and human values. देखो, according to National Planning Committee 1938 INC, planning under democracy is a technical coordination. एक coordination है किस किस चीज के बीच में? Between consumption, production, investment, trade and income distribution. कितना consume होगा, accordingly कितना produce होगा, कितना capital investment रहेगा, trade कैसे होगा और income कैसे distribute होगी, इनके बीच में we are coordinating between these five things. So economic planning is coordination between these five things. Aligned with social goals. हमें इनको coordinate तो करना है, but we have to ensure equality, equity, no differentiation based on religion, region, gender, etc. तो जो भी हमारे social goals हैं, that we have to, reduce poverty, whatever our social goals are, we have to make sure कि वो social goals भी meet हों. We have to meet those social goals also, right? It should not only raise living standard but also consider cultural, spiritual and human value. तो हमारा काम सिर्फ ये नहीं है कि हम living standard को increase करें. Of course, we want to increase the standard of living of people, but we have to ensure that the cultural values inculcated, that the spiritual value is inculcated, that human values are inculcated. Next definition. According to Planning Commission of India 1950. Planning is about setting clear objectives, creating strategies to meet them, and coordinating means with ends. Different from traditional trial and error reform. So earlier what used to happen is that there was a trial and error system. Trial and error माने हम कुछ try करेंगे, अगर वो successful हुआ तो good enough, अगर वो successful नहीं हुआ then we can go ahead and we can make changes accordingly. जो भी error हमने commit किया था, whatever error we had committed, we can make choices accordingly, right? So that was a trial and error system that we were following earlier. Now under planning commission, when we do planning, according to it, planning commission is about setting clear objectives. तो आपने पहले बता दिया that we want to achieve real GDP growth of this much percentage. We want to achieve inflation rate at this much amount. We want to achieve so and so thing at this much amount. So आपने एक clear objective set कर दिया. You have set a clear objective. Creating strategies to achieve them. And once the objective is set, then you will create strategy to achieve that objective. And coordinating means with ends. So you will ensure that means are met with ends, right? Mane, ultimately, whatever your aim is. So suppose my aim is to eradicate poverty by so much percentage, to bring so much, a given amount of people above below poverty line. तो अब ये मेरा एंड है कि मुझे इतने लोगों को बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन के ऊपर लेके आना है, right? Now there will be a means to achieve it. Means can be by giving subsidies, by doing something else, right? I have to ensure that they earn. Means can be by bringing Manrega program, right? By giving them employment so that they earn income. So there is a means to achieve the end. Now I want to make sure that there is coordination between means and ends. And that is the task of planning. ये planning के through हम कर सकते हैं, right? Okay, please write down. By late 1930s, there was broad political consensus that independent India would adopt planned economy. Globally, after World War II, many new nations also adopted planning to achieve industrialization and sustainable development. तो 1930s में ही more or less everyone in India, all political, people in India knew that we are going for planning, planned economy, right? Not dictatorship, not a market economy, but a planned economy, right? And after World War II, it was also noticed, ये देखा गया कि majority of the economies जो थी वो planning की तरफ जा रही थी, वो एक planned economy की तरफ जा रही थी, right? So given this, now write the official definition, beta. Try to write the official definition. Economic planning is process of achieving well-defined goal. तो हमने कोई एक गोल बनाया है, कोई वेल डिफाइंड हमारे पास गोल है और इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग के थ्रू हम उसको अचीव कर रहे हैं बाय ऑप्टिमली यूजिंग द अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेज, और उस गोल को अचीव करने के लिए एग्जाम्पल टू इरेडिकेट पॉवर्टी, आपके पास चार तरीके के प्रोग्राम हो सकते हैं. गिव सब्सिडीज, give employment, unemployment benefit, start with Manrega program. There can be 4 5 things, but you have to choose the one where you use your resources optimally, right? With government deliberately setting objective and coordinating development effort. So what will government do? Government will go ahead and will set objective. Government बताएगी कि क्या objective है, and will ensure that enough development efforts are taken in that direction. Is it clear? Okay. So this